Hello, you're wrong. And who would be a grifter nowadays? Because grifters are going to grift, and the grifting is going to get found out. Mainly by the mainstream media. It's been all over today. I mean, who would be Hannah Ingram Moore? I mean, you've got to feel sorry for her. First, her spa has to be demolished. Oh, terrible news. And then, I'm sure, there are 2.25 million reasons why they want to move house. But staying with the memories, you would have thought that they would have stayed in the family home forever. But seemingly, they're flogging Captain Tom Moore's family home for 2.25 million quid. Not bad work, considering they admitted to Piers Morgan ages ago that they'd made about £800,000, and now might have cost a few bob to build that spa and rip it down. And now they're selling the family home, you know, the exact place where Captain Tom Moore did his laps. But grifter's got a grift. Showcasing her dad's achievements to sell the 7-bedroomed family home. So let's just have a look at that. Call me a cynical old tart. Adrian, you're a cynical old tart. But the brochure that you would be given on application for, well, I want to take a look at the house. And I'm quoting direct from the brochure. Owned by the family of Captain Sir Tom Moore, who spent his final years there raising money for the NHS during the COVID pandemic. Why mention it? So you can get the 2.25 million? And again, I quote from this brochure, a particularly special memory of our time here is of my father walking 100 laps of the garden to raise a record-breaking sum. Can you imagine using your dead dad, a national treasure for what he did, during an awful time, to flog your house? Sorry, the family's house that you inherited. Grift is gonna grift. So let's just leave that there and see if it eventually sells. The local council are not happy with them. That's why they had to pull down the spa. Not swimming pool, no, spa, seemingly. Hello, you wrong'un. Oh dear. Told you 6 months ago in the video, Grifter's Gonna Grift. Link below in the description. Hannah Ingram Moore was having a torrid time. A torrid time. Local council said, oi, you're wrong'un. Get that spa knocked down. We didn't give you planning permission for that. They, the family, the Ingram Moores, went on Piers Morgan's TV show. Oi, 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 oi. And now, we told you 6 months ago what was going on. The Charity Commission have released a report today. Do you want me to go through the details? Oh, you bet your sweet baby. It's not a happy day in the Ingram Moore's household. Why is that? Well, if you can remember back when we were being locked down, 2020, it feels like a different age somehow. Captain Tom Moore, he captured our hearts, bless him, the old boy, with his typically English stoicism. Lockdown was a very challenging time, I will admit. You and I found it very, very difficult. But he brought hope and shone a light in a very dark time. But today the Charity Commission have accused Hannah and Colin Ingram Moore of, well, pin your ears back, I'm going to tell you. Repeated misconduct and mismanagement of the Captain Tom Foundation. Well, it's almost as if we knew 6 months ago. But it's taken the Charity Commission to cough it today for us to absolutely know what the detail was, is, and has been. They pocketed over £1 million in Captain Tom's name. The charity was set up in 2020. The Captain Tom Foundation. And the Charity Commission have uncovered, and I quote, repeated failures of governance and integrity. So Captain Tom, he raised, I think it was just over 39 million for charity, mostly NHS seemingly, but for charity, he was going to walk 100 lengths of his garden for his 100th birthday. The mismanagement, according to the Charity Commission, was a repeated pattern of behaviour. Course of conduct is the technical term. There was a 3-book publishing deal. The advance, that's not from the sales, that's just the advance. 1.4 million quid, which the charity never saw. Hannah Ingram Moore admitted keeping the profits from the books. No agreement with her dad that the monies would go to charity. So there was no agreement with my dad. My dad said I could keep the money. She did. Now, Mrs. Ingram Moore set out, it's kind of flowery language, but set out expectations for a £150,000 salary to be the charity's chief exec. 150 large ones. The Commission also criticised the Ingram Moores, that's Colin and Hannah, for the spa and pool block built at their home, which the local planning department of the council said, "Oi, you're wrong, and no. That's not what we gave you permission for. Pull it down." The neighbours weren't happy either. A blight on the landscape. My words, not theirs. Now, the spa block was demolished earlier this year, and the head of commission says, that's the Charity Commission, stated that the couple had, and I quote, failed to make unambiguous the distinction between their personal interests and those of the charity. The foundation stopped taking donations in 2023, and seemingly the Ingram Moores are now barred from being charity trustees. It's all stuff that we kind of knew, but it's been rubber stamped by the Charity Commission. They're ne'er-do-wells, and they're not allowed to be charity trustees ever again. So 2024, not as happy in the Ingram Moore household as it was in 2020, when Captain Tom raised our hopes and our spirits. As I say, shone a bit of light into a very dark place. But as the old saying goes, now it's queer as folk. As soon as money's involved, money makes people do very odd things. And the Charity Commission have just laid it bare. Who would want to be in the Ingram Moore household today? I'd love to be a fly on the wall. My name's Adrian Allen. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, but most of all, your indulgence. And I'll see you in the next video.